Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. Last time we began the game by going to the tutorial stage Central Highway, and we found ourselves our first Maverick, Flame Mammoth, in the prototype weapons plant. And this episode we're continuing onwards into the abandoned missile base, taking on Chill Penguin.
Penguin.
So if you were playing the Super Nintendo version of Mega Man X, this is probably the stage you would go ahead and play first, because Chill Penguin's stage contains the leg upgrade for you, allowing you to dash. But since they moved that upgrade here in the PSP remake of the game, I want to go ahead and get that first, so that's why I go Flame Mammoth first in the PSP remake of Mega Man X, and then I'll fight Chill Penguin. Chill Penguin is considered one of the easiest Mavericks in Mega Man X, but because of the leg upgrade, that's more important to me. I'd rather get that first, so that's why I went ahead and did. But speaking of which, if you have the leg upgrade, you get yourself a free 1-up here in the very beginning of the stage, which is very nice. And then we gotta deal with these annoying bats on the way up the stage, which, seriously, these guys are so annoying to deal with. Right here, we got some blocks we need to go ahead and break with our leg upgrade, and in here, we got ourselves a light capsule.
The head parts await you within this capsule. Equip the parts you find inside here, and you will gain the ability to smash blocks with your head. I'm counting on you, X. You are humanity's last hope.
So with the helmet upgrade, just like Dr. Light said, we can go ahead and use this to break blocks as above Mega Man. So those blocks that we can go ahead and break with this ability, they look pretty much the same as the ones we just destroyed with the leg upgrade getting to this capsule. So they're pretty common in some areas. We'll see one actually coming up in the next stage we go to, because we're actually going to head back to Flame Mammoth stage after we're done here, since now that we have this upgrade, there is something we can get in that stage we weren't able to get on our first visit. And luckily for us, that's the only real instance of backtracking we're doing, since the route I'm choosing to go through in this game right now, it's the route that I chose that has the least amount of backtracking possible. Luckily, we only have to go back to one stage, so now with that said, we got ourselves a piece of ride armor here, and for some reason I keep on jumping off. Man, the controller's very sensitive with the up button. But now I want to go ahead and jump out, because unfortunately we're not on the ride armor for too long, because we need to go ahead and jump to the top, use our fireway to destroy that container back there to get a heart capsule. Heart capsules are the equivalent of the heart containers from the Zelda series. Pretty much when you collect one of the heart capsules, you'll go ahead and get a little bit of extra health from Mega Man here. So these are very useful for a first-time player because they give you more health, which is always helpful. And now with that all said, let's go ahead and fight Chill Penguin.
Chill Penguin, why have you sided with Sigma?
Sigma has paid for the use of my power. Working for him is a million times better than piddling around on the South Pole with nothing to do.
How could you? What Sigma's doing is treasonous!
I'll get you!
So Chill Penguin here is pretty easy to fight because he's very predictable. If he lunges back, he's either going to shoot some ice crystals at you, or he's going to go ahead and dash. When he go ahead and lunges the way he just did before there, he's going to do one of two things. He's going to go ahead and either jump towards you or jump towards the center of the stage, grabbing that ring, causing a blizzard to appear. So as long as you can easily read what he does, this is a very easy fight. He'll also shoot out some ice breath that will freeze you if you're too close, and if you're not, he'll go ahead and create some ice statues around him to protect him, but he can go ahead and break those, so it's not that big of a deal. And I'm fighting Chill Penguin here without his weakness. The weakness to Chill Penguin is the fire wave that we have, but for our first encounters with these Mavericks, I just want to go ahead and show off the buster methods of fighting them. So now with that said, this next shot should go ahead and kill him. There we go, Chill Penguin's down. So like I said before, very easy fight, and he's pretty predictable.
Mission accomplished.
But now beating Chill Penguin, we get to go ahead and absorb his weapon. And the weapon that Chill Penguin gives us is Shotgun Ice. Shotgun Ice is one of my favorite weapons here in Mega Man X because not only can it freeze certain enemies, but it also has a spread shot to it. So the spread shot is a very, very useful ability with this weapon because That allows you to hit multiple targets at once. It's very helpful. But now with Chill Penguin stage out of the way, let's go ahead and head back to Flame Mammoth stage so we can go ahead and collect some stuff we couldn't get on our first visit. And once we've beaten Chill Penguin here, as you can see, the stage looks different than our first encounter. When we were first here, there was a bunch of lava all over the place, but now that's all gone. It's all frozen over. When you beat Servant Mavericks, stages will change depending what Mavericks you beat. So in this case, we beat Chill Penguin, and because of that, the lava here in Flame Mammoth stage is now all frozen over. So you want to go ahead and freeze this lava. You want to go ahead and get in this heart capsule down here. It's the only real way to get it. I mean, you could just go ahead and tank the damage, but that lava is going to do so much damage. It's just not worth it. You'll die before you get to the heart capsule, so you're just better off waiting until you beat Chill Penguin. But now with the helmet upgrade, we can go ahead and head to the very top here, jump to the left, and break these blocks here to get ourselves a sub-tank. Think of the sub-tank like the E-tanks from the classic Mega Man games, because sub-tanks allow you to go ahead and do pretty much the same thing as an E-tank would, which whenever you pause the game, you can go ahead and choose your sub-tank and heal yourself up with it. So if you're in a tight spot, you need to go ahead and heal up right away. The sub-tanks are very useful for that. They're very useful for boss fights mainly. So you want to go ahead and have a full sub-tank for those, because the problem with sub-tanks in comparison to E-tanks, as you just heard me say, you have to go ahead and fill them up yourself. So in order to fill up a sub-tank, you need to go ahead and be at full health and collect whatever health is in the stage. So that's a little annoying. But outside of that, sub-tanks are still very useful. So now with all that said, we're at the end of Flame Mammoth stage, and as you can see, there's no Flame Mammoth here, so we just go ahead and teleport out once we get to the boss room. You can go ahead and just pause the game and hit the escape option as well, do the same thing. Whenever you leave a stage, you get to go ahead and keep all the upgrades you've gotten in it, so we have everything we just collected here in the stage, no matter if we quit the game by using the escape option or by getting to the very end. But now with those upgrades out of the way, let's go ahead and take on our next Maverick here, which is in the new type airport. We're going to go ahead and fight Storm Eagle.
Storm Eagle.
So Storm Eagle stage has 3 items for us to collect. We got a heart capsule, a sub-tank, and we have ourselves another upgrade here for X. So there's a lot of goodies for us to grab here. So the first thing we want to go ahead and do is ride these elevators all the way to the top. And normally we would go ahead and jump right to continue on with the level. But once we get to the very top here, we want to go ahead and do a dash jump to the left here. And doing so, we'll land this ledge here, getting us another heart capsule. So it gives us a little more health. That's always a nice way to start a stage. But unfortunately now that we have that upgrade, we're sent back to the bottom of the stage, which means we gotta climb all the way back up. So we got this slow elevator ride all the way back to the top. So it's a little monotonous here, but what are you gonna do, right? Kinda have to do that if you want to go ahead and get the heart capsule. But right here, we want to go ahead and destroy this turret and ride the elevator up. As soon as it goes up, right? Also, I didn't want to jump off that early. That was kind of a mistake. Jump off too early as a scene. The elevator will just go straight down. You won't be able to make the jump. But we want to go ahead and break the glass, destroy this robot, and get ourselves yet another sub-tank. So we already got 2 sub-tanks. That's already half of the sub-tanks in the game. It's only 4 in total. Well, with the heart capsules, there's 8. So we're halfway there in sub-tanks already. That's pretty fast. We're also halfway there on the upgrades you can go ahead and collect for X right now. So that's pretty good. We're getting some good progress. But now we just need to go ahead and wait here. And we gotta be very careful this section, because this section is filled with a bunch of these fire turrets. They're really annoying to deal with, because these fire turrets can easily knock you off these elevators, which just send you right down to a bottomless pit. And that's just no fun to deal with. And I've had times too that I've actually despawned these things off screen, which allowed them to come back to life after I killed them. And that's just really annoying. That's why I'm jumping all over the place, because I don't want to be dealing with that. So I just keep on jumping just to make sure these things don't come back to life. Right here, this is going to be very dangerous, but I want to go ahead and jump down here and just be very careful on wall jumping here so I don't kill myself. But I want to go ahead and use the fire wave to destroy these blocks. It's kind of a slow process, but if you do this, there's no more upgrade here, but you gift yourself an extra life. So if you wanted yourself an extra life and you didn't really care about killing yourself, because there's a very good chance you're doing that there, then you can go ahead and just do all that. But here you need to go ahead and use your helmet upgrade to get yourself yet another light capsule.
Inside this capsule are the body parts. Enter the capsule and equip them, and any damage you incur will be halved. It saddens me to think that the war has begun, but I know that you can bring it to a peaceful conclusion, X.
So next to the dash ability, this is probably one of the most useful upgrades for a first time player, because now taking half the damage that you normally would makes the game a lot easier. So this is something you really want to go for right away, and this was actually moved because this was in a different stage entirely in the original version of Mega Man X. So moving it here, it depends. It's a little more convenient, it's a little bit more inconvenient. It just depends on how you look at it, I guess. Depends on your route and what upgrades you have. We're actually at the end of the stage already. There's no door here, it just kind of transitions into the boss fight. So now with that said, let's just go ahead and fight Storm Eagle.
So it begins.
Storm Eagle? Don't tell me that even you've gone Maverick. Answer me, Storm Eagle. You're not the type of Reploid to do something like this.
Forgive me, X. I must defeat you. Step into battle.
So, Storm Eagle actually has a weakness that we don't have the weapon for yet, so I'll be mentioning what his weakness is later on. But if you don't have his weakness, then using the shotgun ice is actually pretty useful because of that split shot like I mentioned earlier. Because it can go ahead and spread into 5 shots, that's a very useful attack against Storm Eagle here. I've used it on my first playthrough and it has helped me. But Storm Eagle here really isn't that difficult. Really, the only thing that can really hurt you is his children, and then he'll also sweep in at you. The only real things that can hurt you in this fight, because his weapon of choice here, which is the tornado ability, that doesn't hurt you whatsoever. That just pushes you around. So, yeah, this attack right here. This is not really something that will hurt you whatsoever. The worst that this attack can do is it can push you off the stage. And as you saw earlier, I dashed to the left by accident. I was holding the left button down, I guess twice, because I went and just dashed to the side. Because dash will either work when you press the button that you have assigned to dash, or it will work when you double tap the direction you want to go. And because I wasn't sure what he was doing, I just double tapped the button by accident, and I went the wrong way. If you do that, you might be sitting duck here for his attack, because this is very easy to die from if you're near Bomb's pit. And because of that, you gotta be careful where you dash, because if he's shooting out the tornado and you get near that pit, kiss your butt goodbye. It's just that simple. But there you go. Storm Eagle's down. He just takes some time to deal with. He's a lot easier to deal with his weakness, but even without it, he's still very easy to take down.
Mission accomplished.
So now that we beat Storm Eagle, we go ahead and collect his weapon. And Storm Eagle's weapon of choice is the Storm Tornado. Storm Tornado is my favorite weapon in Mega Man X because this attack just does so much damage. It's a continuous string of attacks that you shoot out in tornado form, obviously, and it just does so much damage to all the enemies in the game. And it has a huge attack radius too, so it's a really useful attack. It's probably the attack I'll be using a lot in this game. So whenever I'm using something that's not the Buster, it's probably going to be Storm Tornado. But now with that said, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode here. So next time on Let's Play Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, we'll continue on fighting some more Mavericks in the game, starting off with Launch Octopus. I'll see you guys next time.